What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and ENT. Back again with another one. Hit the like, sub, comment. Also, hit them notifications too. Now, KD has pretty much said that he, uh, wanted to weigh his options in terms of playing with Brooklyn. Now, the Brooklyn Nets, they're in conversation with KD's agent and everything. But the fact that KD is interested in having a trade done, you know, Adam Silver does not like it very much. And I mean, I agree with what Adam Silver is saying. Look, Adam Silver is trying to. I got to give Adam Silver a little bit of credit. Now, I don't agree with a lot of the things that Adam Silver does, and that's because Adam Silver is more. He caters more to the social media and what's trendy and that sort of thing. But I applaud his efforts on what he's trying to do in terms of bringing the league back to kind of a focal point of just straight all out competitiveness instead of guys jumping around everywhere and you seeing the same old thing all the time. The ratings have shot up, this season, and I think that he saw that. He also saw, the interest in the play-in. That's why they're trying to make the play-in a regular thing. Now, this is my thing right here. And this is where I part ways with Adam Silver. KD has not been the only one to do this, throughout NBA history. So it's going to be unfair to kind of put KD under that microscope. Uh, the way I see it is that he has a right to make a decision. But the thing about it is that we trying to get to a place where we want to see parity. Listen, when he got swept in the first round, 4-0 and everything, believe it or not, that was actually good for the league. Okay, LeBron being knocked out and not being able to make it quite where he was, stuff like that is good for the league, man. Listen, if we always tuning in, knowing what's going to happen, oh yeah, this team is going to be in it. We already know that this team is going to make it and stuff like that. That doesn't make it. That's not fun. It's not fun at all. People want to see competitiveness. People want to see, people want to see drama. They want to see, dramaticism. And that's what the league was built on. It wasn't year after year. If you go back and you go look into time, when David Stern was running the league and everything, up, of course, up until like the '90s, the '90s and everything. That's when the Bulls had their little run or whatnot. But before that, in the '80s and in the '70s, and then but in the like the '50s and '60s, you already knew Boston was. But I would say around that like '70s and the '80s, it was a lot more parity. It was a lot more parity. You knew there was going to be a different team facing each other, and it would be kind of like, oh wow, that team's in there. Well, that was the case, this year. Let's just be honest. A lot of people didn't really give Golden State no shot. I'm just being real. A lot of people didn't give Golden State no shot. What's up with it, y'all? I see y'all in the building. What's up with it, Stephen Green? Wait, what? I see you in here. Ted Cox, Brown Sugar. I see you in here. Marco, Texas, man. Hey, Marco, you feeling that heat, man? That heat, something vicious, huh? We at 10 shit. I know. Uh, well, yesterday it was like 111. Today it's like 108. But I think the high I saw was like 110. To the younger viewers, it's good. To them that LeBron James don't make the people upset because nothing to talk about when James is out of the playoffs. That's not true. Well, I agree with what you're saying, but uh, when I'm talking about to the younger audience, listen. See, a lot of people are in a tirade because I did a video earlier about Steph Curry being ranked above LeBron James all time. Well, that's driving people nuts right now. Look, in case y'all haven't noticed, Steph Curry, in terms of championship, I'm not talking about skill wise, but in terms of championships, he neck and neck. He's staring LeBron in the face. And when we talk about transcendent, Steph Curry, I already talked about that earlier. You know, a lot of people, that's why they got the stamp on him as he changed the game. Even though I have a different theory on that, but for the most part, everybody is trying to be carbon copy in terms of taking the game out to the perimeter. But that's a whole nother story. Um, Now this is my thing right here. Yeah, I mean, you could disagree all day, you know what I'm saying? No, I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, so uh, you got to take your emotions out of everything, because a lot of times we get emotional over stuff that we have no business getting emotional over, So if I said something that you don't necessarily agree with, hey, this is my opinion, okay? Now, it is a fact though that the league can still carry on without LeBron. The league they still have players that they can market around. The league still has players that people or that the younger audience is still gonna look at even when they're gone. Listen, everybody's acting like LeBron is in his late 20s or early 20s or just coming out of high school. Newsflash, I got news for you. In a couple of years, he's gonna be 40. Okay, this league has to carry on. Newsflash, it's the same thing with Steph Curry. He's 34. Although some people feel like he could play a little bit longer, but that's up for debate too, depending on his injury history. And then also you got to take into account you got Luka coming up. He's on the come up. You got to take into account Giannis. He's 26 years old. He's still young. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I was looking at Bradley Bill, not to say that he's gonna be one of the ones that carry or anything, but I was looking at his age. Bradley Bill ain't number 26, 27 years old. You know, you said LeBron. Yeah, man, he gonna end up having to sit his ass down all the time. That'd be crazy if he played until 50. What about Chet Holmgren? I don't. What I don't see it with Chet Holmgren. Uh, I think Ben Shiro has a more chance. I think Ben Shiro is gonna peak. He's gonna peak earlier, but I still think that Ben Shiro is gonna have quite a successful career. I feel bad for Ivy too, man. I hope he doesn't start off like that and some of the other younger guys. But yeah, Holgram, I just really didn't see it, man. I was always looking at Holgram like, man, he needs to, because they were already comparing him to KD. So I was just like, man, You said Chuck. I mean, look. I'm not gonna say he needs to put on weight or anything like that because everybody's body is different. You know, like they said the same thing about KD. You know, and he hasn't put on that many pounds or whatever, and he was still able to be successful. It's not necessarily about the weight, but it's really about just understanding the game and the maturation process of your game. Yeah, I like Bradley Bill, but he's not. Bradley Bill needs. He's always gonna be like a guy that needs somebody. He's gonna be like James Harden, man. He always gonna need somebody. He can't carry everything by himself. I don't. Okay, because the Magic, they got a good tandem with Banchero and Cole. Man, that's and the fact that Mo Bamba and I don't think I think Mo Bamba is gonna go ahead and stay. Man, they could really do something in Orlando. Orlando needs to get back. They're trying to get back to being that fun team that you used to watch. You said Bill need to go to another team. I mean, look, he'll never. Bradley Bill, he won't be that guy that everybody's yearning for. He won't be that superstar or anything like that that everybody is looking for. I mean, yeah, he was second in the league in scoring to Steph Curry the year before last, and you know he's gonna get you he's gonna get you buckets and all of that other stuff, but this year you had the question because of his health too. The man wasn't healthy, especially towards the end of the season. And I wouldn't, but he did get the bag though, Steven and Marco. He got the bag. I mean, that's one thing. Look, this nigga got shit. Generational wealth is an understatement. He got the bag. You said Bill just yeah he saw yeah he definitely got the bag, man. He definitely got the bag. Like the thing I like. What's up with it, Memphis? The thing I like about it the most too is that he's looking at it. He's looking at business. He's not just looking at NBA. Look, it's just gonna be. It's just like shout out to Raw for TV. He made this point too right here when he was talking about Bradley Bill. He stated that it's just gonna be some players that are not just cut out for being really devoted to being NBA champions, or they're gonna have a whole bunch of uh, accolades on their resume, or their resumes are gonna be decked out. He might not be one of those players. He might just be a player. Hey, I made my money. I've been successful for my family, and that's good enough for him. And then he can invest his money into something greater for the greater good. But a lot of people don't really look at it like that, especially if you don't have a family right now, then you really can't understand what a lot of these players are looking for. That's why, like, when it comes to Draymond Green, that's why he's a very intelligent guy, because he's starting to see, okay, what am I going to be doing the next 10 or 15 years. Now, to give the props to LeBron, he's always had that business mind. He's always had that business mind. People wondering why. Okay, well, why is LeBron in the? Why has he got this production going, or why does he have this going, or why does he have that going? Because they already know that basketball ain't gonna be the you know the end all be all. And then uh, if if you really go do your research, a lot of these players that retire after the NBA, you'll be surprised that a big percentage of them end up going broke, end up falling on hard times, end up falling on drugs. Some of them end up, passing away, from certain things or whatever. It's a few years afterwards. There was an a former ABA player that just died. I forget his name, but he just passed away. That nigga was broke. He was uh working, struggling to make ends meet. Yeah, like getting the front office. Like look at Richard Jefferson. This motherfucker up in there officiating, refereeing and shit. He's starting off a little sluggish, but you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker. Look, hey, Richard Jefferson, the Stephen, he about to be the goddamn Stephen A. Smith, a goddamn NBA and shit. That motherfucker doing commentating. That motherfucker doing refereeing. That motherfucker doing every goddamn thing. That motherfucker, he he gonna be an ambassador. That nigga, god damn, nigga. But basketball like is it's not it's not the end all be all, and a lot of these guys figure that out. That's why like I wasn't tripping about Bradley Beal. Look, if he would have came to the Sixers, because that was the talk. I had There was a lot of speculation on Bradley Beal coming to be a Sixers. I mean, it would have been great to have him, but it wouldn't have necessarily led to a championship. Yeah, man. Nah. He really was refereeing. Nah, man. Richard Jefferson is a very intelligent guy, man. I mean, you can hear the way he talks, man. He's a very intelligent guy. Now, I mean that's stupid shit with Rachel Nichols and all that other stuff. But people gonna do what they do. Him and Shannon Fry, you understand what I'm saying? They, them Arizona cats. So a lot of them guys are very very intelligent, and they're jack of all trades. So he ain't no dummy by any means. Yeah, man. But but the thing I'm not talking about. You know what I meant, Marco Hinton. Man, we say that nigga name, niggas don't like that shit. But I'm talking about in terms of that the nigga working like 1,000 jobs and shit like that. That's what I mean. Just but in terms of him trying to appease the man, so to speak, then I don't know about that. He could be trying to do that. A lot of these guys sell out. You know, he said Shannon Fry's still alive. Man, they got a show, man. They got a show that comes on, man. Shannon Fry got his own show with this other female. I think it's like kicks or shoes or something like that. I forget the name of that show. But they always talk. He got he be on that podcast with uh with Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. If you don't see that Kendrick Perkins works for ESPN, nigga, you need motherfucking glasses. We know that. Big Beaumont ass do work there. How he got a job, I don't know. That motherfucker deboed his way on the set. That motherfucker was like, "Look, motherfucker, you gonna give me a goddamn job." That motherfucker, you know. Kendrick Perkins' job was just to fight, nigga. That's it, nigga. You know, they'll hire that nigga. Like, he be more cut out for like security or, bouncing or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he getting better. You know, not in terms of his logic. His logic ain't really up to par. You know what I'm saying? He gonna say shit just to appease people. But I'm talking about in terms of him, being articulate. Look, man, it takes people a little bit of time. You know that's just like when Chris Webber had first came on. I was like, man, Chris Webber, man, is not doing a good job in terms of commentating. Yeah, my, yeah, that nigga, he need to do something like, he need to do something to fill that void in terms of his adrenaline. You know, like a big nigga like that, you surprised that nigga didn't play football or some shit. That nigga just he want to find some shit. But see, the motherfucker really be trying to keep his cool on set, but he know he want to get up out of that chair and go start throwing shit. Cause that was his job. That was his job in the league, man. I mean, they called Perkins just to foul the hell out of a motherfucker, man. He wasn't out there to generate offense. Yeah, he probably would do some shit like that. Man, the motherfucker Gronk did. Now you see Gronk. See Gronk is marketable. See Gronk. See that's why Gronk is getting ready to go ahead and call it quit. Gronkowski. He like fuck all this. You know what I'm saying? I could make more money acting. I could make more money being in WWE or some bullshit. Vince McMahon out of there and shit. So. Yeah, but he started off horrible, Memphis. Man, at first, man, they was like, man, what the fuck? Still, I mean, because C Webb used to. I know he smoked a lot of weed. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga, man. But I mean, he got better though. I think a guy that doesn't really get looked at though is like Baron Davis. I think Baron Davis is a good a good personality too. Because Baron Davis got that personality, and he's all into creativity and shit like that. I mean, yeah, he was a talented football player, but I'm talking about we talking about off the off the field. Yeah, off the field, he's a marketable personality. But yeah, you know, KD has not been the only one in history, to force trades. There's a long list of guys. Well, not force a trade, but there's been other guys that demanded trade or force a trade. Man, we could go down the list, and it goes all the way back when. Kareem wanted to leave the Bucks. He was trying to do his best to leave the Bucks. Paul George wanted out of there. I mean, we could sit up here and name the obvious like LeBron and stuff like that, but see, they feel like KD is the poster boy for doing that shit. Now, I don't like the shit. I don't like the fact that look, my this is just my whole stance on everything. Like, man, just stay where you at. Like, look, if I'm KD, I'm running that shit back. Think you get a lot more respect, respect that way, but also at the same token, it's kind of a you reach a crossroads with that because you're like, okay, well, damn, you do want the motherfucker to be happy. You don't want his body language on the floor. Like, look, I'm not happy with that because it shows on the floor. 504, no. Nah, but he wanted out of Cleveland. The first time, man, he was ready to go, and he got out of Cleveland, and yeah, that was it. He left, and if you go back, 504 Nola, if you go back and you go listen to me, I said that either forced the trade or wanted out. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about over the course of history. But he wanted to go win a championship. He wanted to go to Miami. That's what he wanted to do. CP3. Now he actually did force a trade. Anthony Davis, he forced a trade. Kawhi Leonard, he forced a trade. But shout out to Nola up in here, 504. That good ass gumbo. Is it hot over there in Louisiana? Nah, nah, nah. And look, everybody, listen. My thing is this: whether you forced the trade or whether you want out of that bitch, nigga, look, they did everything that they could to get your ass up out of there. So my thing is this: your ass wanted out of there. They made it happen for you. So whether you forced the trade, whether you did what LeBron did and said, "I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach, and all that other shit," or not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, joining forces, all this other bullshit, stuff like that. Hey, that's on y'all. But I'm saying I'm with like, okay, try to stick it out, especially as that main guy. I feel like, I wouldn't even be making no motherfucking headlines right now, nigga. I'd be doing what KD normally does, which is being in the gym. He's a motherfucking gym rat. Yeah, man, I know it's hot down there. It'd be humid than a motherfucker over there in Louisiana, dog. Man, I mean, it'd be hot, but it'd be humid hot. Nigga, sticky, nigga. Like, I mean, you gotta listen. You could call you could call LeBron a sellout, you know, all you want to, but when I think of a sellout, man, I think of somebody like that's doing everything that they can to appease the man. Somebody that's quote unquote with the bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody that'll throw the people under the bus. Now, that shit, with Russell Westbrook and everything, that shit taking a turn. I've already went down that road and stuff. So, of course people got people looking at him side eyed and everything, but I mean, but goddamn, man, I mean, everybody being on Russ. Look, if they gonna look at Russ, man, okay, we need to look at Taylor Horton Tucker. We need to look at Kendrick Nunn. We need to look at AD. We need to look at uh goddamn fucking Kenneth Bazemore at the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? We need to look at the whole entire front office. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one goddamn player. You said if I ask Amari Stoudemire and they gave me an older check, I'm leaving too. Hey, yeah, that's facts. And see, that's the thing. That's another thing. I'm glad you brought up Amari 504. Now I know that you was talking about something completely different, but don't forget that Amari Stoudemire. Now everybody wondering why he was on TV and stuff like that is because he got out of Brooklyn. From being a coach and everything. Listen, he saw the direction that it was going. So what does that tell you? It's a lot of other things going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. Uh, I don't exactly even know what Brooklyn is planning on doing if KD leave. Okay, well, what the fuck y'all gonna do now? Who y'all gonna build around? Who the hell y'all gonna build around? Are y'all gonna build around Simmons? Cause we don't know what's gonna happen with him. Yeah, all of them should be. Man, the whole front office is similar to the Cowboys. It's similar to the Cowboys front office. Sad to say, it's similar to the front office. They do all this front running. Oh yeah, we got this guy, we got that guy, and then next thing you know, it's not successful. Only difference between them and the Cowboys, and I ain't no Cowboy fan, but I see a lot of similarities within that front office. You know what I'm saying? You look at that, you like, man, god damn, man, y'all niggas is not on the same page. You said too many former Lakers in there. Well, see, look, I don't listen. I don't have a problem with that because the Mavericks trying to do the same thing. The Mavericks are getting guys that was from that the when they won that championship, they trying to get guys in there that were familiar with what they were trying to do. They got Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Kidd. You know what I'm saying? They got other guys within that office, but they also got like Michael Finley up in there too. Even though Michael Finley wasn't a part of that or whatever. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. Your boy got to get gas. All right, my bad, y'all. Let me read some of these comments he said. Yeah, well, Blake Griffin, man, yeah, he got old over. overnight. I think it was a combination of injuries. It was like, man, once he went to Detroit, man, that was a wrap for him. Y'all can't hear me? You hear me good? You talking about technical difficulties? My phone is good on my end, homie. I hope y'all can hear me. But yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, what's the name? Uh, Blake Griffin, man. He just got he got old, and I thought that Blake Griffin was gonna amount to be at least a Hall of Famer. Like a Hall of Fame, if not, even though he didn't get no multiple titles and nothing like that, but he was just gonna be a damn good individual player. Now I mean, he started off with a bang and stuff, but somehow, some way, man, he never mounted up to the expectations, and you saw that early because he started getting hurt. Man, what? So y'all could lose more? Kyrie Irving is not gonna make that situation better. That's not everybody thinks, oh yeah, Kyrie Irving it's gonna happen for him, man. No, and I look, Kyrie Irving, he's phenomenal, but that's not what y'all need. That's not what the Lakers need, man. Ted, man, that's not what y'all need. Look. Go back and go look at how some of these teams are playing. Look at okay. I'm not even gonna get on Golden State. All right, the team that Stephen Green just continuously doubted over the course of the season. Right. Look at who Boston picked up. Look at who they picked up. Right. They picked up point guard, a pure point guard, on top of having guys that don't necessarily care about points or buckets. And I know people gonna bring up the shot jacking that Jason Tatum was doing, but I'll live with that as long as he playing defense. As long as he playing defense, because he was playing defense. He was giving them max effort on defense. You got guys on there that could defend. You got guys on there that can rebound. You got guys on there that can run. You got guys on there that are athletic. And followed by good coaching. Okay, now Darvin Ham, he gonna have to buy in, and it's gonna have to be just straight up defense. Now I do see Kyrie later in his career becoming somewhat of a decent defender because the way he locked up James Harden, if he has like something like on his mind that's really messing with him, then he could really go out there and be a decent defender. But he gonna have to buy into what Darvin Ham is selling. Look at the way Golden State plays. Okay, you got multiple guys on that team that can get you 20, but everybody doesn't need to get 20. And by the way, Ted Cox, check this out, right? Check this out. Check this out. Check this out, right? You said you said stop hating on them. No, trust me, I'm not hating on your Lakers. Why would I hate on something? Look, y'all got there's no reason to hate on the Lakers. I'm just telling you that you're sitting there and you're acting like Kyrie Irving. is gonna be some sort of savior when it that's not what you need. First off, can we talk about Anthony Davis playing a full season? Let's talk about that. Can we talk about guys being healthy? Let's talk about that. Oh, see, you don't want to talk about that though. You want to, yeah, we're gonna do it. No, that's not. Listen, be realistic, dog. So you saying that Kyrie Irving automatically gonna get y'all in the championship? Keep in mind they got swept last year. Well, he got swept with a combination of KD. He got swept last year. Look at the way Golden State plays. They ain't even really have a big man. Guess what? They got Wiseman back. And if you think that Wiseman, I know Memphis don't like Wiseman and all this other shit. Wiseman is a beast, nigga. Once Wiseman figures everything out with his pick and roll game, see, that's what the fuck you are missing. These guys are stacking up on bigs. You know, they got bigs down low. You know, look, you got a combination of, you know, man, look, uh, Robert Williams the third, and you got an old ass Al Horford. Now they got rid of Tice, but I mean, I'm looking at last year, what they had last year. Yeah, I mean, who the hell you gonna rely on? You know, you got AD go down. Look, man, look, you sitting up here talking about somebody hating, nigga. Shit, you need to tell that motherfucker to stop. AD to quit falling while he's skating. Yeah. Okay, he could, man. Listen, he could have a new trainer. Yeah, man. Look, he could have 1,000 trainers. You making all types of excuses for this man, nigga. If you can't stay healthy, nigga, you can call Tim Grover in that motherfucker, nigga. Nigga, if you can't stay healthy, nigga, because the trainer ain't gonna be around you 24 goddamn 7. You said he's like, yeah, well, he got this, he got to do this, and he got to do that, nigga. Shit, you need a new mindset. Talking about that nigga got a new trainer. Yeah, I don't give a damn, nigga. If he got Mike Rashid out in this bitch, nigga, shit, nigga, if you can't stay healthy, nigga, that's a wrap. But I do, but see, I'll tell you this though. Yeah, hey, I do like Sharif though. I like Sharif. I like the potential in Sharif. I like Sharif. I've been watching Sharif since high school, and I'm glad he was able to, you know, when he had that, you know, that heart condition and he got that fixed and everything. I said, look out for him. I'm glad. I'm just glad to see him still playing back on the court because I thought that it was the end for him. Yeah, I know he is. Listen, shoot, that don't offend me. You think I'm offended by what you say about Embiid, nigga? I know. And James Harden is a front runner. And James Harden is lazy. James Harden eats a lot of cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga Embiid is a front runner too. However, Embiid at least Embiid has heart though. Embiid played through injuries. Embiid played through two well, I would call them major because the orbital bone fracture plus a concussion. Then on top of that, needed surgery on his thumb. Shit, nigga, actually 3. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I put it in the community post, Matt. But yeah, I changed the name. Yeah, same shit, different name, man. But yeah, man, it don't. Motherfucker got a new trainer and shit like that, nigga. Man, you get goddamn fucking Jillian Michaels and shit. You know what I'm saying, nigga? It starts within, nigga. You got to do that shit. You got to do that shit when nobody looking. You got to work on more than just showing up and showing us up on social media or showing us that you shooting jumpers and shit like that and working out and all that. Nah, man, you gotta do your best to work on the shit that's gonna keep you healthy, man. You gotten a lot of awards for falling. I can't get up. My neck, my back, all that shit. I mean, listen. James Harden's, he he's good talent and stuff, but his mindset ain't, it's just not there. You can't sit here and compare him to a nigga like motherfucking Giannis. Yeah, man, shit, man. Major Payne couldn't even fix it. Now look, I could be wrong. Prove me wrong. And look, if AD comes out there, okay, if AD comes out, if he come back and he turn a new leaf and he plays good, um, he does what he's supposed to do in terms of staying healthy. Okay, we having a different conversation. And I will give him his credit because it's not like I'm saying AD is trash or anything like that. And on top of that, the same rules apply to this channel too. I don't sit here and call players trash, but I'm talking about your mentality. Your mentality is trash. You wanting to stay, you gotta stay healthy. And I know shit happens, okay? I know shit happens, but if you keep getting injured, you know, multiple times during the season, you're on the bench more than you are on the court, and then you back on the court, and then you back on the bench. Then you got a question. What seed you think the Sixers will be in the playoffs? I don't know. I don't know right now. I gotta see how. That's you. You asking questions like, man, can we get to the beginning of the goddamn season? Nigga, cause if I start predicting Steven, man, I'm gonna start predicting like your ass, Mr. Dallas and Miami. Nah, I ain't giving us no seed right now, but I thank you for giving us some sort of light. But nah, we ain't gonna be. Listen, first and foremost, I gotta see how. My focus is on one player and one player alone, and it's not during the season. It's during the playoffs. It's gonna be on James Harden. If James Harden plays somewhat of what he did, like when he was in Houston, or at least somewhat like what he did when he began with the Brooklyn Nets, yeah, we have a chance. But even that, us being a second seed, us being the first seed, don't forget, we still got our asses bounced out by Atlanta the year before last. Nah, man, you came a little late, Jose. You came a little late, man. I'm about to bounce out real quick. I'm about to bounce right now, homie. But salute to you, Jose. Yeah, but yeah, man, like it's gonna depend on it's gonna depend on James Harden and what he bring to the table. Everybody can tell you that. I'm not the only nigga that feels that way. I know I'm not. And Embiid gotta stay healthy. Let us stay healthy because I know Maxi gonna do his thing. And then we got PJ Tucker. I mean, Maxie gonna do his thing though. Yeah, I know we got PJ. Man, I'm shit. I'm glad we got it, but I wish we would have had PJ Tucker like 5 years ago. But don't forget that what's his name, James Harden. He's scared of PJ Tucker. He's scared of PJ Tucker, man. But yeah, man, I'm finna go ahead and I'm gonna ride out. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Uh, Make sure y'all like this video, share it, share this video, and hit them notifications too. To them, man. Straight to the point. Sports and ENT. I'll get at y'all later.